Hello everyone, this is coming from Matthew chapter 14 verse 23. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went into them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid and beginning to sink. He cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? Okay, the title of this video is Tested. Because number one, when you go up and you see that Peter saw Jesus coming and he thought it was a ghost, that's just like in life. We don't know when our test is coming. God tests us, but people don't even know when the test comes. Just like Peter. He didn't know that Jesus was coming to maybe test him. For as the Bible is concerned, it says when he had saw him, he said, Jesus said straight away, Jesus spake unto him, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come unto thee on the water. And when Peter stepped in that water, what happened? And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. See, his faith was good walking on the water, but here come the test. Verse 30. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, in other words, when we go through a test, stuff just can't hit us left and right. It just get aggressive. We're like, what is going on? That's why God said when you see earthquakes and these different things in diverse places, don't look down, look up, for your redemption draws now. Same thing with Peter. Let's take a closer look at what went on with Peter. And it says, but when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid and beginning to sink. When your test comes, don't be afraid. The Bible says, humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, and he will exalt you. So, when we come into trials, we feel like we don't want to go to church, or we feel like this or that or the other is happening to us, just be of good cheer. Humble yourself in the sight of the Lord. When things come up against you, you have to humble yourself in the Lord so you can ride this thing out. Because if you don't ride it out and you fail your test, you go all the way back. And you don't know how far back that will set you. So try to keep your eye on the prize. Okay, number 2. It says, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. That's how we are sometimes when we're being tested. We cry out to God, save me. I don't know what's going on. My light bill is due. My car note is due. I'm having all kind of issues, no matter what the issues may seem to be at the moment in time. Don't give up. Keep your head straight. Like the Bible said, don't turn to the left. Don't turn to the right. Keep your eye on the prize. Just like Paul said, I forget those things which are behind me, and I press forth toward the mark of a higher calling. The same we have to do in our text. Don't look down, look up, for your redemption draws now. God will test us to see if we're ready to go to the next level. So we have to be patient when we're being tested. I mean, all kinds. Look at what happened to Job. Look at all things that happened to Job. He lost his wife, maybe. He lost his children. He lost his cattle. He lost all these things. But what did Job do? He held on to the faith. Let's take a closer look at what Peter did. And then he said, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand. See, God is still there. In the midst of everything you go to, God is still there. Even if it seems like he's not there, even if it seems like you can't hear his voice, what did the Bible say? I will never leave you nor forsake you. When that voice is quiet, you got to wonder, why is it quiet? Am I being tested? What's going to come up on me? Then it's time to be cautious and watch everything you do. And then it says, back on Peter, and it says, immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? Okay, we all know Peter had faith. We all know Peter had faith. But the thing is, Jesus was asking him, where inside of your faith did it fail? Because in the beginning, you were walking on water, but you let the wind scare you, like your tribulations and the different things that go on around you. Don't let those things bring your faith down. That's the time to be most strong in the Lord. That's the time to humble yourself and pray. That's the time to fast. So, be of good cheer in the Lord. And may God bless you and make his face to shine upon you. And be always cautious and be always watchful. Because remember, Jesus said, if you knew the thief was coming, you would have been prepared. Peter didn't know Jesus was coming across that water. In fact, he didn't even know who it was. He thought it was a ghost. And he was being tested. And if you read the scriptures well, you will know altogether why was he tested and what was going on with him. So have a blessed day of light, and may God bless you and make his face to shine upon you.